Welcome, ladies and gents. Grace Randolph is shilling for Star Wars, obviously, clearly. She has also come out and basically admitted that, yeah, Lucasfilm is purposely being provocative at this point. Doesn't seek to critique them. Cool. But yeah, so she's shilling for the Acolyte, obviously. Again, I say obviously, it is obvious. So let's take a look, shall we? She also says if you're critical of the Acolyte, you're essentially taking on hate speech qualities. It's quite literally what she says, taking on hate speech qualities. I mean, it's just bizarre commentary from the most bizarrest YouTuber in all of YouTube land, quite frankly. She's a very, very strange individual who I don't think is particularly well, quite frankly. So we'll take a look at this. Please do hit subscribe, turn the bell notifications on. But let's look, shall we? So this is an article on That Park Place. YouTuber Grace Randolph, who has lavished the Acolyte with praise. Quite literally does, by the way. She loves it. She absolutely loves it. She thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread. Her followers don't know, which we'll get to in a minute. But anyway, she's lavished, the series with incredible praise, massive praise. Basically says that Lucasfilm is poking the bear with the show, and. I mean, let's face it, Lucasfilm are poking the bear. They're purposely being antagonistic and provocative. They're well aware of what they're doing. They know people aren't going... Like, demographics. You must know that people aren't going to like this. Like, you must know that people aren't going to like this show. Like, you absolutely have to know, shortly. So basically, I can't... She's blocked me on Twitter, by the way. Never interacted with her, but she blocked me. Very stable woman. So I can't take a look at this firsthand, I'm afraid. It is what it is. So in a thread posted to X, Randolph wrote the following. No Ari the Acolyte. Understand why some of you are frustrated. That's an understatement, isn't it, love? I'm frustrated with Star Wars right now. And I'm by no means trying to tell you that your feelings are wrong. I do feel the loudest voices against the Acolyte are taking on hate speech qualities. And that does not help your case. Sorry, what? There's nothing hate speech about your own subscribers' comments, which we'll look at in a minute, but fine. As for me, I genuinely like the show. Cope. I mean, okay, maybe she does. Maybe she does like the show. Okay, maybe it's not cope. Maybe she does like the show, but it's bad taste. From a writing perspective, it's demonstrably, technically a bad show. Although I will say, relatively okay set pieces. They've spent money on some things that you can physically see. The rest of it, I don't know where it's gone. $180 million. So she says, I'm excited for you to see episode 4 on Tuesday. The best of the 4 episodes I saw in advance. And the penny drops. Access Media. The Acolyte videos are meant to be a space for people who do like the show. That's right. You can't comment if you like the show. Alright then. So they are meant... She literally says it. My videos are meant to be a space for people who like the show. And those who might not like it but are open to discussing it. Right, okay. So what about the people... I mean, I'm reviewing it. You'd probably say I'm hate speech, Grace. But I'm literally reviewing it like you are. We just have a difference of opinion. Whatever. And she said this. Does Lucasfilm poke the bear? Absolutely. Should there be a broader range of Star Wars content? Absolutely. So, okay. So people pointing that out at hate speech though. Right, got it. But I feel The Acolyte is genuinely a good show. With awful timing. Really? You've got like a £60 girl. Well, £100 girl. Whatever, kicking bloody tables around, throw it. No, mate, it's bad. And he's sitting down at a table where the odds were stacked against it, which is unfortunate. No. Honestly, just no. Also, you have Twitter Blue. Why have you done 3 tweets? Grace, just do one big tweet. What are you doing? You don't need to do a thread. Again, not well, clearly. Randolph previously claimed that Disney and Lucasfilm would struggle to cast actors for the shows and films moving forwards because of the level of hate the Acolyte was receiving. Good. She then implied that actor Lee Jung-jae was receiving such hate, albeit she never provided any evidence. No, people like him. People are like really impressed with the fact he Learn English. People are saying he's the best part of the show. You retard. She wrote, I will say that I think it's going to be very hard for Disney to cast upcoming Star Wars projects because this level of hate just isn't worth it. Even for up-and-coming actors. Poor Lee Jung-jae, coming off a Squid Game, doing a great job on The Acolyte, and for what? People like him. What's wrong with you? And she did this poll as well. Are you interested in any upcoming Star Wars projects? No, I'm done. 130,000. Wow. I mean, it's bombed. It's absolutely bombed. So, yeah, not good. So this is her review, her subscribers, her commentary, comments on her video. Not gonna lie, this episode was so cringe. This isn't Star Wars. This is Disney fan fiction. Star Wars ended with Lucas in episode 3. Look, when you defend a show where even rocks can catch fire, then you know you're the problem. An excuse to retcon as the thread, that's disrespecting the source material that came before it. Difficult to argue with that. This was awful. Sorry, but this is not Star Wars, and there is simply no defending this. I don't know a single person that watched Visions. No one is defending it. Apparently you saw a different show episode than we did. Grace tries incredibly hard to defend this show. Calling it content is part of the problem. That's brilliant. 19 minutes of excuses for bad writing. Oh, mate, she's being ripped apart. Grace sounds so desperate. How much pull does Disney have on you? Well, Access Media. That is it. That is part of it. Access Media. She is part of the problem. Acolyte sucks so much it exposed that Grace is a Sith reviewer. Dune 2 budget, 190 million. Acolyte budget, 180 million. How is this possible? Yeah. And they also got 24% of that back, 25% of that back. Basically a quarter of it back from British taxpayers. Because they filmed it in the UK. So they would have got a really hefty tax rebate. Well, incentive. The episode was horrible. The writing was so bad. First May was like, I love you, Osha. Then a few minutes later, I'm going to kill you. The cringe. Frozen like chanting. What have you done? 3 in a row. Creative forced babies. Anakin's forced conception. Because he is the chosen one. Isn't special anymore. Another way to slowly destroy the heroes all Star Wars fans know and love. More sophisticated. Huge plot holes. A candle wiped out the uber powerful witches. Come on, man. First rule of storytelling is know your audience. Disney, for some reason, can't accomplish this. That's true. That's genuinely true. Dumpster fire in the comments. It's time for some self-reflection, Grace. That's true as well. It's difficult to argue with it. Mate, Grace is shilling hard. Evil is not able to create anything new. It can only distort and destroy what is invented or made by forces of good. J.R.R. Tolkien. There you go. I mean, I don't have much else to say, really. She's shilling hard for the Acolyte, though. Hard for the Acolyte. And hard for Disney. So what do you guys think? I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Please do drop them there. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And if you enjoyed this video, if you think it's worth more than what she's got subscriber-wise, which I think it definitely does because she's a shill, support me on Patreon. First link down below. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye-bye now.